Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Robert Feldman. Robert is an insurance agent, and we're going to be talking about casualty, fire insurance, but really we're going to be talking about what's not included in a policy because
Absolutely.
I'm a homeowner, right? I went and got my insurance policy and I think I'm covered. Well, am I covered if something happens?
Yep. Well, homeowners insurance policies in California have become more and more complex over the last 10 years. Really, that's what we've seen a lot of changes. An example, earthquake has always been a separate policy.
Right.
A lot of consumers at this point still don't have earthquake insurance. So what I would say is, whether you believe in earthquake insurance or not earthquake insurance, it's a complete separate peril. So why I stress this is there's a lot of consumers out there that believe that insurance companies will step in the event of a major earthquake. If they don't have it, there'll be coverage under FEMA. There's a lot of bad information out there. Earthquake's a great example. Rising water. Now that's different than a pipe break. So rising water is a flood policy. We're seeing that right now terribly through the Southeast. But we do deal with, because part of what flood potentially is a coverage for is mudslides. Mudslides is not a coverage under a homeowner's policy. So where there can, and I use that word, can be potential coverage, is under a potential flood policy. So these are different types of policies that are outside of it. Usually what's not covered under a homeowner's policy are fine arts. So if someone has a very expensive painting or jewelry, policies they're not excluded, but there are very tight limitations to them. Making sure you have riders or things of that nature. Every year we will have consumers that I will be on panel for or for something where I get a question and they'll say, I lost my $50,000 ring, it was stolen, it's not on my policy, and it becomes a whole thing where I've had consumers come to me and it's like, I'm sorry, your agent did do the right thing, it's not, but I'm sorry, it's not listed. That's part of the policy process. Knowing what your limitations on the policies are, it's a really, you can't put your head in the sand.
Correct.
We have to make sure we know what we are, and that's one of the things I talk about with agents all the time across California, is really making sure that consumers understand what they are and what they're not covered by.
Right, because that insurance is not just unlimited.
Exactly.
It's going to have dollar amount limits. It's going to have scope
Nothing's
limits.
Unlimited.
Right.
Nothing's unlimited.
And so making sure that you're getting the level of protection you want. Right. And there's choices.
There's choices. Always choice.
Whether it's a deductible amount you pick or scheduling things, right? There's choices that we make, but then you've got to be working with an agent like you who's going to have that conversation with them and make sure that the things they care about are being protected.
Exactly it.
Right. So if someone needs your help, wants to make sure they've got the right coverage, how do they reach out to you?
We do a ton of this work with different business managers, different clients that will send things all the time. We will constantly tune them up. Probably the best thing to do is to email me, Robert@WOWS. That's Robert@WOWSinsurance.com. You can see our website, wowsinsurance.com.
Great. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. See you next time.